Welcome back everybody to game number 2. Hopefully this time around this 8th spectator will load as well. But yeah, it's game number 2 in Excellent Moscow Cup. It is the LAN finals. This is the loser bracket semi-final game. Whoever loses this one will be the 4th position out of 4. So will be the last essentially. We are from Heflatv, of course. My name is Coucher and with me is Mito once again. Do you have any crazy predictions to game number 2? And
There we go. Skype once again. Let's see. I predict this game isn't gonna load once again.
man, don't predict that. You're just
As
jinxing
in,
it.
for this time.
Well, looks like HG advances. Oh, he's gonna get kicked. G advance gonna have to fly solo. But yeah, I mean, draft-wise, strategy-wise, do you think the teams will try to go for something different or massively different? Maybe try out like weird heroes like Huskar, Medusa, Necrophos.
I want to see Power Ranger do the Vengeful Spirit carry once again. It worked quite nicely for them. The few times they ran it, they beat all the top tier all the top tier teams were there for that period of time. I remember them just wrecking Na'vi, and that was good fun. Power Rangers, I want to see them with their unorthodox drafts. I want to see, yeah, a switch in flavor, if you want to put it that way.
Well, I actually like the Vengeful carry. It can be a little bit weak, but I mean, what can't? Everybody can't just fall off if it doesn't get the farm and whatnot. And what do you actually think of the changes to Vengeful Spirit? Do you think the change to his aura is significant, or does it actually have that big of an effect?
Vengeful Spirit. That aura, I think it's okay. It's not the best. The problem with Vengeful Spirit is he really provides not that much in a team fight, if you think about it. Or sure, he can swap whoever's in trouble. He provides a nice aura if he lives. He has a pretty nice minus armor and dealing about 100 damage in the process. And then Magic Missile is really the key component of that hero, I would say. Like, in a game where you're ahead, sure, Vengeful Spirit is great, but when you're losing a game, it just doesn't feel useful at all. It's not a hero that helps you get back into the game.
That's definitely true, and especially as if the Vengeful is actually played as a carry, he doesn't really want to swap others out of trouble and put himself in trouble or harm's way. So it's kind of a dilemma if you go for a range carry. But still, I love the hero myself. That hero is just so awesome. And the minus armor, it's definitely really strong as well. Even does some damage, some scouting with the Wave of Terror, so don't know. And well, goddamn. Those spectators. Oh, he connects. Score.
Finally.
Hells yeah. So the draft, I'm expecting at least maybe the Batrider ban to come out now. Maybe not by Power Rangers as they have the first pick this time around, but Osliki, I think they should look towards a Batrider ban. Although they can maybe bait out another first pick by Power Rangers and try to grab the Batrider themselves.
That's yeah. I mean, honestly, Barrier, as good as the hero is, there are counters, and I would say, personally, yeah, there we go. The Centaur. That is a hero if given to the right players, and it just wrecks so hard. I mean, we've seen DK and Starladder. Nobody could stop that Invoker Centaur combo, and that's something teams should definitely pay attention to. Something else that I haven't seen as much outside of, like, in particular the Chinese or the Southeast Asians, is first pick Sand King. I believe that hero is just so good, unbelievably good as a support. He provides a lot of what a Batrider does, but except he can be played in a much lower role. He doesn't have to be played as a core as much as a Batrider does, and you can still achieve the Blink Dagger in a very timely fashion. And Mirana, this seems to be the go-to hero for every single team now. Nothing to be said. The hero itself is just so perfect for this patch. It can do damage, it can carry, it can help save teammates, it can set up initiations. So yeah, it's the perfect hero, I suppose.
Yeah, it definitely is because he just fits in everywhere, and you can use it in multiple roles, like you said. Can dish out the damage, can even be played as a support. But Power Rangers, they get their hands on another Batrider now. But Osliki, they went for the Treant again. I mean, that hero is also just ridiculous to play up against. Keeps the towers alive, keeps the heroes alive globally. And well, Nature's Skies, we saw it last game, it can be pretty strong. Because Power Rangers, they didn't have detection for quite a while. So first 15 to 20 minutes the Treant could roam around freely. But now Osliki, they got their hands on the Ancient Apparition as well. They do get the Darkseer now. So their team fight, if they ever get to actually team fight on their own terms, then they're just gonna wreck Power Rangers.
I actually really don't like Osliki's lineup right now. You look at Treant Protector and Ancient Apparition, and when your teammates get jumped, AA doesn't really help, other than just throwing the Ice Blast and the Cold Feet and hoping that you can turn it around. But mostly, what's going to happen when Batrider grabs someone, a 4-staff? What can the Ancient Apparition do? He's essentially useless. And the combination of Treant plus Ancient Apparition, then you look at heroes that don't have good escape. So Power Rangers can totally abuse this, because they already see Osliki's heroes. If they go for Storm Spirit, if they go for anything with good escape, Osliki can't deal with it. You go for Weaver, how are they going to shut him down? With Darkseer, Ancient Apparition, Treant, it's just not going to happen. So I think the draft is very wide open for Power Rangers, whereas Osliki, I feel like with these 3 picks, what they can achieve is much, much less.
Yeah, they are limited to their playstyle with the heroes at least. I mean, the Ancient Apparition, I totally had some plan in mind. I'm completely blanking at the moment. But do you actually think Osliki, are they gonna go for some more team fight? Oh yeah, okay, I remember now. You said the Power Rangers can easily go exploit the lineup of Osliki by going Storm Spirit or Weaver. I mean, yeah, they could, I guess, but the Storm Spirit, coming back to that, I think it's a really good hero, especially against the Ancient Apparition, because AA, he's usually trying to stay at the back of the fight, be behind his team, first of all to get the max ranged on the Ice Blast, as well as him being safe for him to actually be able to blow off the Ice Blast. But the Storm Spirit can just zip with the ball lightning through the enemy lines and go for the AA and completely render him useless. But well, we might see a vengeful carry, but not on Power Rangers, on Osliki instead.
Oh, I'm still down for this. I just think, like, I felt like they needed a very strong core hero, and I wasn't really looking towards a Vengeful Spirit. More of heroes like Alchemist or Doombringer, something with innate tankiness, or even a Dragon Knight. So if you look at the scenario right now, if Power Rangers gets another really good ganking hero, they jump on the Vengeful Spirit. Treant Protector, you've got the Living Armor, and that's about it for the rest of the fight. Ancient Apparition, what are you going to do to help your team? When you draft a hero like Ancient Apparition, you should always draft heroes that can combo with it. You should grab great initiators. You should have like Batrider, you should have Sand King, you should have Storm Spirit. You know, heroes that can set up nicely for the Ancient Apparition. Because you're not a hero. Yeah.
It would have been worth it to maybe even go for like a Nyx Assassin instead of the Darkseer for him to just scout out for the Ice Blasts.
Yes, definitely. Offlane Nyx Assassin would have been perfect with the Ancient Apparition as well.
It's really good against Batrider as well.
Yeah, Nyx Assassin, it does wonders. You just turn on the Spike Carapace and Batrider cops the damage and can't fly away. So, but they've already gone to Darkseer, and Nyx Assassin plus Ancient Apparition, that's a pretty hard combo to set up. You're 100% rely on the Nyx to be able to land those stuns. But I feel Treant Protector, Ancient Apparition, these two supports just don't go well together at all. And with the Darkseer offlane, and Vengeful Spirit only providing 1 stun, Osliki's lineup is looking very, very shaky.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about the Alchemist as well. It would have been really good also in combination with the Darkseer, because Darkseer Vacuum into the Unstable Concoction could have been a lot of damage in itself as well. I mean, and the Dragon Knight would fit as well with the splash onto Vacuum as well as the Breathe Fire. And that's still a possibility for them. They do lack a mid laner. But I mean, I agree with you that the Vengeful at the moment for the lineup. First of all, it doesn't combo at all with the Darkseer, except for the Wave of Terror maybe hitting everybody, but who the hell cares that much about it? They actually don't have any physical damage almost, except for the Vengeful himself, and okay, 3 and right clicks, but That's not a carry type hero. So
Osliki, they have to be going aggressive trialing with this. I mean, you probably want to stack up on the minus armor with the bonus Vengeance Aura along with the Chilling Touch, and I guess there's no other way to look at it than aggressive. But Power Rangers, their lineup is perfectly well capable of dealing with it. Shadow Shaman just stand in the back. They can always grab another support, or if Tidehunter is a support, that's pretty. Haven't seen that in a while, but it's gonna be very powerful as well. Power Rangers, their lineup, they've got the pushing from Shadow Shaman, they've got the ganks, they've got Moonlight Shadow to set up even Ravages before Tidehunter has a Blink Dagger. All in all, Power Rangers looking very well rounded so far. Perhaps just picking another semi carry and they're good to go. Whereas Osliki, it is the Dragon Knight that we've talked about, and their lineup suddenly looks pretty okay. It's not as bad as before. They have very, very tanky heroes, and they have good setup. If Vengeful Spirit want to swap someone, or if Dragon Knight wants to get a Blink Dagger eventually, or Shadow Blade, and Darkseer gets a Blink Dagger, Trian gets a Blink, AA can just sit in the back and have a very swell time.
well, at the moment, I mean, Power Rangers, okay, then they go for the Shadow Fiend. It's not as strong on the Dire side as it can be on the Radiant side, at least as far as him just trying to flash farm goes. But then again, his presence of the Dark Lord, once he hits that level 9 or so, if he gets the minus armor, then they can go for the earlier row, especially if they have the Tidehunter with the Gush there as well. So, I mean, Shadow Fiend, it can work out, and I'm just hoping that somebody will also stack the jungle for him like they stacked it last time around. But
One of the-
for...
Oh,
yeah,
sorry
go on,
to cut
go
you
on.
off real quick.
Yeah.
But that SF, I feel like it's a genius pick. You've already have all the lockdowns you need. And SF, he wrecks Dragon Knight 101. He just demolishes that hero, devours him alive.
Well, the rotations though, he has to be mindful of them at least. Although Ancient Apparition 3 and not the best roaming duo unless Vengeful Spirit is gonna go there, but Inquisitor, he plays the
Shadow
carry.
Shaman.
Oh god, Shadow Shaman, he's so slow as well as he's super well as anybody without boots. And, well, the smoke wears off at Vengeful. Oh, he runs into Moon. There's the magic missile, but he just leaps out of it in the nick of time. Really nicely timed leap, or well, not even timed so much as just do it whenever you can.
Yeah, and this is some very smart plays from Moon. He holds on to his skill set. He doesn't learn anything until he knows exactly what he needs, and just learning leap right on time gets him out of trouble. But the lanes are as predicted. OSG, they will be going for that aggressive trialing of theirs. What I'm curious to see is how is the Darkseer gonna do against the Batrider? I think Darkseer has the upper hand. So actually, the laning phase, it looks pretty good for OSG, with only Dragon Knight who's gonna have a little bit more trouble starting from level 3 onwards.
So, in that matchup, the Batrider Darkseer, oh, Bignam actually gets a haste rune. That's a good rune for a Treant Protector, but FNG, it will be a support Tidehunter completely. I'm just hoping
Darkseer has the upper hand, for sure.
Does he just run Ion Shell himself up and run into the enemy with it?
Oh, he doesn't need to. You see, look at what he's doing. Double Iron Shell. What's Batrider gonna do? He doesn't have any wave clearing abilities unless he uses the Firefly. But if he uses the Firefly, then you can just go for that solo kill.
Yeah, I guess it might be a little bit harder on him, but now actually, wow, J4, he wants to come in for the rotations. If Chudo thinks he's safe with the surge from the sticky napalm, he has to think twice, and I think that's exactly what they're waiting for now as well. Maybe for Cheshire Cat get like maybe 3, maybe even 4 stacks of sticky napalm on the Darkseer before they actually go. But Chudo, he's rotating into the jungle, and that's something a Darkseer can always rely on. Just getting some extra farm from the jungle with the Ion Shell.
So this 2-1-2. Power Rangers. Look at J4 just... he's just like sneaking in some XP and blocking up the cam. Body blocking.
Well, he might be in trouble though. Oh no, Chudo doesn't go for it. Actually, I think he could have just killed off J4 with the Ion Shell, run him down.
It's only a level 1 Iron Shell. That's the problem. If it's a level 2, I think he would have gone for it. And if J4 was a little deeper into that like tiny dent, Judo could have easily body blocked him inside and trapped him.
Yeah, that's very well possible. What do you actually think of FNG just roaming around mid lane, helping out Scandal there?
Oh, this is a smart choice. He just needs to guarantee Scandal with the initial last hits, and then Scandal will just completely dominate the lane. And I guess after a couple of levels, FNG, he should be stacking up. Oh, he's not doing any stacks so far. But he should be stacking up, and then he can just jungle away as well.
Well, that looks like what he's doing at the moment, at least. But or
Yeah, he's
will
gonna
be doing.
take the medium camp and then stack up the big camp.
Actually, looking at both safe lanes for the Dire and the Radiant, I mean, Moon. Do you think Moon is gonna be better off than Judo, or should it be the other way around since Judo can jump into the jungle as well?
Judo is gonna have a much better time than Moon so far, unless the rotations come. If this Tide Hunter rotates top, it's a 3-on-2 scenario, and they can kill the Ancient Apparition or the Vengeful Spirit. Then it's not so bad. But for now, if this game continues the way it is, Judo is gonna get a lot more. He's gonna get farm regardless, just because he has Iron Shell. Sure, he's getting zoned out by J4, but yeah, the creeper would never go on this tower. But he is gonna get the last hits.
Yeah, the last hits. Well, Moon finally got the first of his game. 3 minutes in, carry Mirana getting the first last hit. That's not something too good for you, or at least not something you were expecting or hoping for. But he's at least getting the levels. He's on his way to level 4 Judo. About to hit level 3 if he gets the small camp farmed up in the jungle. So level wise at least, it's so far a bit better for Moon. And once she gets the level 6, the Moonlight Shadows can already help out his team with that. Maybe go for some ganks or something. But Mirana, I mean, she actually doesn't have the best catch up as far as heroes go. Doesn't have like Battle Fury, Anti-Mage, sick rates of farm. And do you think Moon maybe wants to go for a late Midas, or is that too greedy for him?
I say it depends on how the game progresses. So far, Scandal, as predicted, is dominating mid completely. But the Power Rangers supports are just playing so well. J4 is keeping so much pressure on Judo. And this goes to show the experience of the team, really. And for now, I feel like if Moon continues playing this way, he might as well just eventually get a catch-up Midas.
Well, at the moment, it's definitely one possibility because he does need that gold. Otherwise, he will just be a non-factor with at least the right click. Sure, he can still spam out his spells and whatnot. But actually, this bottom lane, I think it's... Oh, for the Darkseer, I mean, he wants to be in XP range, but as he keeps on Ion Shelling the creeps, it would just push towards Cheshire Cat. So the Darkseer actually pushes himself out of XP range to some extent with the Ion Shell. I actually thought at the start that Cheshire Cat, he just has the absolute perfect lane control. But the Ion Shell, of course, just pushes into it as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, now Darkseer, he's just gonna stack up the big camp and then just keep using these Iron Shells to farm the jungle until the creep wave pushes back under his tower. But once again, J4 is on the hunt. He wants to just constantly leech those XP. Oh man, here he comes.
Oh, Moon actually might be in trouble. Finally, he's in the jungle. No, just fogs it out. He's dropping pretty low, but he has a healing cell ready if necessary. And so far, he's been able to leap out of every magic missile. Once even leaped before the magic missile game because Inquisitor was baiting it out nicely. But oh, there's the arrow onto Inquisitor as well. Of course, there's no follow-up, but Moon is like, hey, I'm here. Oh, he wants to go for XP. Maybe it was a little bit too greedy, but FNG is rotating in as well. It's only level 3 and Moon just leaps out, and really nice angle of the leap as well. Didn't even block himself in or anything, just can run out to the tower.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like the trialing, we talked about it. If you have mobile heroes, there's no way you're gonna catch him.
Oh, they
But
might
they're
get
doing a good
FNG.
job.
Leech is there, Inquisitor. Can he actually get in range for the magic missile? He has the power thrust. There's the stun as well. Tidehunter, he's pretty tanky, but not tanky enough. And that's the first part. Arrow misses as well by Moon. If J4 is there, they might get big now. No, Nature Skies, value point.
That is total value right there. They just couldn't get him.
What? Cheshire Cat, 6.5 minute blink there.
Wow. I mean, he has been free farming. Like I'm not as impressed about his 6-minute blink dagger as much as the supports play. You know, J4 just doing a sensational job. Completely kept the Darkseer out. Gave the Batrider a free lane to farm, and that's the result. The result is the blink dagger, I suppose.
And well, Osliki, they should be aware that he got it. I'm not too sure if they actually spotted him out on the map, but since he actually disappeared from the map, well, mid lane, Dragon Knight, Chomi, I mean, he's tanky, but up against 3 heroes since J4 is hovering around the mid lane as well. Scandal actually has the regeneration rune, so has mana enough for all the shadow races. if Batrider comes in. Oh, Batrider, he's back, for the time being. And Judo, he's just gonna scout him out. So Batrider, he's actually rotations. He's wasted an entire minute now at least of farming. Although, I mean, he replaced FNG on the lane, or FNG replaced him. So the Titans are getting levels, getting closer to level 6. I guess it's still worth it for the Batrider to just idle in the jungle for that.
Oh, right now the Tidehunter doesn't even have boots.
Oh god, Scandal in mid lane, huge of trouble. Judo just chasing down the Iron Shield, actually wore up one more right click. Oh my god, Scandal, he somehow survived. And there's the last one to show me. He has the Elder Dragon form activated, but one Shadow Rays. Oh, Breathe fired. He wanted to try to kill Scandal off bad. But Scandal, I mean, I can't believe he survived. Iron Shield just ran off on Darkseer and, well, they lose one, they get 0 in return, and Power Rangers, they did just have so many people rotating in the main lane.
Yeah, but the good thing is they kept the Shadow Fiend alive. As long as the Shadow Fiend is alive, things are looking pretty darn good. If he wants the Midas, he's only 200 and about, 200 plus away. Now he wants Treads. It feels like Scandal is the kind of player that doesn't want to ever go greedy. He's like, I'm just going to get the stellar items, farm myself up. But I don't see, as an SF, right, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't want to go for a Midas. Whether you're ahead or behind. Unless you're really behind, then of course you go straight for the BKB. But this game, right now, it's been feeling pretty darn good. If you look at it, after all these raises, he could have had the Midas and as well as the Treads. So I'm a little bit confused.
Well, maybe he feels like since Moon isn't getting any farm at all almost on the Mirana, he has to be the one that can actually stand in the fights. But then again, yeah, like the Midas, it really wouldn't have slowed down his BKB timing or anything, so I'm not too sure.
It would have accelerated.
Yeah, well, I guess that's just his personal choice. Maybe he doesn't like the hand of Midas. Oh, there's the swap on the Inquisitor. Gets the magic missile as well. The leap comes out, but it's not long enough with the range. And Obi-Wan Banan gets the kill. Plus, they get the tier 1 tower on top. So that's finally the tri-lane working out to some extent. Of course, Inquisitor has been farming up really nicely. 58 and 12 in the creep score. And now the tower on top for himself as well. So he actually has his drums almost finished up now.
Wow, you look at the last hit difference in the mid lane. Scandal, he's got 67 for 19.
Wow.
And yeah.
Well, you said that he's going to crush the lane, especially since FNG was there at the start to help the Shadow Fiend create some space for him to get the Necromastery up. But wow, like that's... I guess some of them, of course, are jungle creeps for Scandal, but even then, man, that's just such a huge difference. It's pretty sick to behold.
Look at the SF right now, though. Essentially, he's just farming away. And if you're going to farm away, I would say just go for that Midas. Now, what I want to look towards is for... Oh, interesting. It's not very often these days to see a Mirana not learn the Moonlight Shadow. At least one level in it, during like level 6. Because I was hoping that if he had the Moonlight Shadow, they could have easily set up for Ravage for FNG. Since Tidehunter's level 6 as well. But I guess that's not going to happen.
It looks like it. That's actually the first I've seen it ever since the Moonlight Shadow's mana cost got reduced. Before that, yeah, Mirana's, sure, they skipped it, but after that... And actually, Judo, he's going for a hand of Midas on the Darkseer, and what are your feelings towards that item pickup? Or at least on that hero? Oh god,
it just goes to show...
Scandal might be in huge trouble. They're coming in. Ice Blast to fly. It hits FNG. But there's the Ravage. He gets stunned with the Dragon Tail. There's the wall as well. Magic Missile. Cheshire Cat comes in. But they actually don't get the Ravage till Obi-Wan Banan gets cashed up. They are still healthy. Bignam under the tower as well. And I thought this is going to be like a huge clash. They might get Inquisitor. Cheshire Cat. He's closing in on him. There's the Blink Lasso as well. Vengeful Spirit. He's going to go down for sure. Level 4 Starstorm FNG. Right clicks. And well, Cheshire Cat gets it on the Batrider. But... man, I was just expecting like a massive 5-on-5 clash.
Yeah, definitely, but it was very swamped from Power Rangers. As soon as two of the heroes, Scandal as well as FNG, got hit by the Ice Blast, they just decided, hey, the wall was placed as well. We really shouldn't be fighting under the wall. So they backed out a little bit. And OSG, they're like, yeah, we've used up our skills, so we're going to back off as well. So the only casualty of war was Inquisitor. But he's doing pretty good on Eventual Spirit with 70 last hits. Already has Drums, Aquila, Magic Wand, and Treads.
Well, yeah, it's pretty nice for him at the moment. He does need a lot more though, because right click wise, There's no way he can go up against the Shadow Fiend at the moment. Shadow Fiend just hits that much harder with the Necromastery.
You're forgetting the hidden carry, Judo. He's got a hand of Midas on the
Well,
Darkseer.
the punching of the Darkseer, it looks pretty awesome. He's left-handed though, by the way, if you didn't know. Or at least, if he's not left-handed, he's stupid that he's farming with his left hand if he punches with that.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I actually checked it yesterday. I mean, just looked at him punching at a ward. He just went for left jabs all the time.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean the Darkseer model does look a bit like a Dragon Ball character, except like he's got.
Which one?
Yeah, it's just. I forgot the name. It's the purple one, with the really long.
Oh,
like,
mid
tail
lane,
kind of
Inquisitor, there's the lasso once again. FNG has the Ravage if necessary, if the enemies want to come in and contest this. And Inquisitor, he was pretty damn tanky. Now there's the leech hit as well, a bit too late by Bignum though. And looks like it will be a 1-for-0 once again. But the purple one in Dragon Ball, I don't even recall a purple one, what the hell?
I totally forgot the name. I'll look it up afterwards. If there's a game, if there's a game 3, then I'll have it. I'll get it to you by then.
But Power Rangers, they actually might get the tier 1 now. Scandal has the double damage as well. Well, they actually have the reduced attack damage, 20% by the Vengeance Aura, but oh, Bignum, there's the leech hit. They want to initiate, maybe Judo goes in as well. Only level 1 vacuum, and FNG actually pops the Ravage because it doesn't want to die. It hits free. There's the Flame Break as well, but it's a Ravage that was purely defensive, so he wouldn't die, but he might anyway.
Oh.
Ice Blast, wow. Hits some free.
Beautiful Ice Blast.
I mean, FNG, questionable plays. And they will get the counter tower now.
That was totally worth it. Both teams were trying to bait each other, but OSG was just too smart for that.
Oh, actually, wow, if they could get the Roshan now, that's gonna be huge. Chomi, he doesn't have his Elder Dragon form, even if he does, it's level 1. But everybody's back, but with no Ravage, Lasso up in 10 seconds, I guess that's fast enough. Flame Break as well. He maybe tried to get somebody on the high ground, but he has a haste rune himself. Oh, he has to TP out. The Firefly ended.
They didn't know.
Oh god, if only they had known. But Scandal, he gets stunned by the magic missile. Ice Blast to fly as well. This might be a huge Ice Blast. There's the Mass Serpent Wars coming out, but they have to back off. There's the swap onto Scandal as well. Can he actually channel the Requiem of Souls? Nope. He's just gonna go down. Wow, and they might get Moon as well. He leaps out. He's still disabled. And Dragon Tail second time, Chomi. Oh my god, Moonlight Shadows. Is it enough? There's the lesser one to Bignum as well. Inquisitor takes so much damage all of a sudden. Form the Starstorm, so they have to back off. Still 2 for 1. And well, Moonlight Shadows coming into play there. The Sentry Ward was just out of range. Arrow misses. Judo slowed down, of course, the Surge. Will get him out of most of the trouble. Oh, Cheshire, nice Flame Break. Inquisitor, Anchor Smash by FNG. It's only level 1. No, Tidehunter. He won't get the kill. Guys, Sean cooldown. Ice Blast will fly, but Show Me finishes up it in the end.
Oh my goodness.
Anchor Smash, max it out. Kraken Shield doesn't help you as much.
I thought Judo, they were going to die for sure. Oh, wow. Okay, so I totally did not expect the Tidehunter to max out the Kraken Shield first. I was expecting him to have Anchor Smash. That's how you catch up. That's how you farm. Like, how are you going to farm jungle? How are you going to farm Ancients without the Anchor Smash? I guess, all in all, the Kraken Shield, its only purpose is for him to be able to walk in. If he ever gets stunned up, he'll still be able to use the Ravage. But I don't like it. How do you feel about this?
I don't like it either. I mean, okay, lowering the threshold that when the Kraken Shell activates, yeah, it's good, damage reduction maybe. But really, the Anchor Smash, it does a lot of damage on top of just, like you said, being able to farm, and it lowers the cooldown as well. So...
Oh, down at bottom.
Oh my god, they're just gonna kill off J4. Quite an easy pickup, he got caught off guard. And to be honest, looking at the net worths and the farm now, Chomi, he's actually getting close to his BKB on the Dragon Knight. He's gonna get it only a smidgen later than the Shadow Fiend actually.
Wow, this is some good plays from OSG. They're keeping up the pressure. Now they're gonna go for the bottom tier 1.
Well, Power Rangers looks like they are rotating around. FNG's coming in from the side. He has the Ravage as well. This might be huge if he actually gets to pop it. He goes in the Ravage. It connects on 3 as well. They might blow off Inquisitor. Oh, there's the Ice Blast. Oh, the arrow will connect on Judo just as he was trying to surge up. But FNG in the front lines. There's the Overgrowth as well. They just get caught. Power Rangers, they didn't have the follow-up. And Scandal stunned up. They have the Moonlight Shadows to back off. They denied the tower. But once again, Ravage completely useless. FNG goes down. And Power Rangers, they just did not have the follow-up in time. The Ravage, it was pretty decent. But the other heroes just weren't fast enough.
Yeah, I wonder why there was no follow-ups. Did they feel like the fight was already lost?
I think they just couldn't run there in time.
Bat Rider was in position, and he never did anything. He just stayed and just hid.
They're just
I think
throwing.
he felt the fight was already over.
And mid lane, they won't get that tower even. Well, this is looking really bad. Chomi actually has enough gold now for his BKB, whereas Scandal, he still doesn't have his. If you think about how far ahead Scandal was at some point of Chomi, it's just mind blasting that he actually will get the BKB later.
Yeah, I mean Tower Gold plus Kill Gold, so I don't know, man. They're getting the BKBs at the exact same time. Except Scandal's walking home and the recipe's flying out for Chomi. But man, I would say if this game was gonna go this way, right, then Scandal, you should have really gone for that Midas. See, like right now, right, they're deciding not to take fights, and in a farm ball, right, if you're gonna farm, wouldn't having that Midas just be much more useful? It looks like they're gonna go for the top tier 1.
Yeah, they should get it as well, even with the living armor. The Mass Serpent Wards are just too good against that. And actually, I think that's the second time we only see the Mass Serpent Wards. And the first time they were used actually for a tower. But OSG, Osliki, they're going for the tier 2 mid. And what's to actually stop them? They had the maxed out Vengeance Aura as well. And now level 2 Dragon Form on Chomi. With his BKB finished Inquisitor, getting close to his own. And well, Power Rangers, they're trying to split push it out. But I don't think they'll be half as fast as OSG. And actually Chudo now, he had the Hand of Midas and suddenly he has a mech plus 1k gold on top of it. Their fights, their towers. Oh god, they get the stun on Moon as well. Can he actually get the leap out? A few more right clicks. No, he does leap and TP. If they only had like one more hero there apart from Chomi.
Yeah, very interesting thing. If you look at the cores, you look at Chomi, he's got his BKB. You look at the Vengeful Spirit, he's not too far from it either. And then you compare the cores on Power Rangers. I mean, of course, the Darkseer, he's the hidden carry. He has a Midas, he has a mech. And as soon as he uses that Midas, he's going to have around 1,000 gold in reserve. And then you look at the cores on Power Rangers, SF, he has BKB. And nothing much on top. And Mirana, completely shut down, falling way behind. And a catch-up Mirana is pretty hard to play. And especially when your SF don't have enough items.
Well, they definitely could have used at least one Midas either on the Scandal or Moon. Or maybe even both. Well, I guess they were ahead as well. And looking at the graphs now, actually, they weren't ahead at all, almost in gold at least, any point in this game. And now they're 4k behind actually. Osliki has the advantage. XP wise, they were actually 4.5k ahead. That's quite significant. I mean, early on it was around the 30-minute mark or so. So the extra levels should have been something that will net them the edge in the team fights, but Osliki just outplaying them at the moment.
Yeah, and this is one hell of a tanky Vengeful Spirit. We talked about it. Vengeful Spirit, if you die in team fights, then you're nowhere near as good. And with 1600 HP and a BKV, he's not going down easily in team fights, or at least without a struggle. And this aura damage is just so nice on top with the chilling touch. And if you look at Ancient Apparition, this is another hidden carry. Look at this guy, halfway to his Aghanim Scepter. And once he has those in team fights, man, it's going to be scary for Power Rangers if they don't have BKBs.
Yeah, and actually Power Rangers, they tried to go for a Roche at the moment. They used Mass Serpent Wars for it. Scandal had the double damage as well, but Scandal just couldn't tank it up, and now it might take too long. Cat finally comes in as well. They should have done so earlier because Chomi, Inquisitor, as well as picking up, they're on their way. They actually might get Roche just before, but I think they're gonna lose the Aegis straight away. The Ice Blast, TP out by Scandal. Yeah, it will come in time. Oh, it was just barely. He actually might still shatter his. I think he will be fine, but
uses BKB.
Wow. Well, that's worth it, I guess. 10-second BKB. Wow. God, Osliki, they were actually so close to actually getting him. Inquisitor almost had enough range for the swap after the Wave of Terror scouted them out.
Oh, man.
Well, that's a nice Roshan still for them. Having the Aegis and Scandal definitely does help in the next fight.
And now Moon, he's playing smart as well, just split pushing. He's like, yeah, I don't need to be in these fights. We're not gonna win the fights. I'm so far behind. If I can get the split pushing going and catch up in terms of items, then my late game carry potential is definitely gonna be higher
He
than
might
that
get
Vengeful
caught. The
Spirit.
Ice Vortex actually
Oh
scouts
my
out Moon.
goodness.
He has to leap away. Inquisitor nicely waits for the wave turn. The
Swap
swap is there.
Oh,
Nicely
beautiful.
done. Oh, the Moonlight Shadows. Is it actually enough? They don't have detection. They did not come prepared. Again.
Oh man. And now Inquisitor is stuck.
Yeah, actually, he has to
How did
keep
the
you
swap
out.
not break the tree?
It broke most of them.
But he's still stuck.
Oh god. Well, I guess they don't. Do they have a culling blade or anything? Anybody? Come on, somebody
Tree-
buy a culling blade from the side shop. Help your brother out. Nope.
Oh, they're just waiting for the cooldown, and then Darkseid's gonna vacuum him out. Okay, there we go.
Well, somebody finally came to the rescue. And actually, J4 has his blink dagger on the Shadow Shaman. He's pretty low leveled. He's only level 8, so doesn't even have the maxed out hex. Still level 2 hex immediately with the Ether Shock on top. And the blink dagger maybe even able to just ward block somebody.
Yeah, I mean Power Rangers, they're showing the experience. They're going for the split push. They know just how strong Osliki and their team fights are right now. And this Bat Rider is just sitting behind. As soon as someone TPs in to defend the bot tower, which someone most likely will, then he's gonna get picked up for sure.
Yeah, and actually, FNG has his own blink dagger on the Tide now. Pretty close to level 11 as well. So finally, actually, they have the potential, the option to go for the full-fledged team fight that their lineup is available for. I mean, oh, Arrow catches Inquisitor, but the others, they weren't there in time. FNG, they've smoked up. He blinks in. There's the Ravage before the BKBs. J4 gets the Hex on Chomi as well. Nice lasso onto Inquisitor. And there's the Requiem of Soul. It hits everybody. He's BKB'd up, but he just gets bursted down by the right-click damage. He got caught by the Overgrowth, and well, he had the Aegis. That's exactly what they had it for. But they got the initiation. They didn't even kill off Inquisitor.
Wow, and FNG survives. How?
I have no idea, to be honest, but well, everybody survives except for J4, and Scandal lost the Aegis as well, but that's his BKB on cooldown. And well, Moon, he wants to go in point blank arrow onto Inquisitor, but they've used all their ultimates. They just don't have any gas left.
Okay, and it seems like Osliki, they can just keep up with the push. Ravage is down. Requiem of Soul is down. There's only Moonlight Shadow left, essentially. But they should wait for the Dragon form to come back up before they go for those hardcore pushes. And this Inquisitor only has half his HP. And why isn't Big Num healing him up? There we go.
He is now. He's like, oh god, the casters are flaming me. Got to do it.
Yeah, you know, like I'm just gonna say something really, really stupid here, but do you think Power Rangers, do they ever sing the Power Rangers song before their games to give themselves a little bit of a morale boost?
I wish they would. I really don't think so. I think they might joke around about it a little bit, but I don't think they're actually doing it.
The arrow.
Oh.
Inquisitor cops it again.
Once again, just no follow-up. They keep on landing the arrows onto Inquisitor, but since they don't have any follow-up whatsoever, they need to... Oh, Moon! He gets stunned with the swap. There's the Ice Blast as well, nowhere to run, and Scandal even stand up in return. There's Cheshire Cat coming into Inquisitor, but he's just so damn tanky. There's the mech, BKB activated, Overgrowth once again by Big Nam, really nicely done. The Requiem of Souls actually kills off Judo, and now Chomi in trouble as well. Scandal's right clicks, they might be enough. Inquisitor definitely should go down finally, and he does fall as well. They're going on Big Nam now, Tree and Protector, Nature Skies under the 1-3. Is it actually enough the raises? No, Scandal just with the raises gets the kill, and that's 4 down. They defend the Rex as well.
The reason was they were fighting under the Mass Serpent Ward. If you look at it, Mass Serpent Ward was placed at a very timely fashion, and because the fight was so what's the word for it? It's so kind of messy, like everything's happening at the same time.
Just chaotic.
It just got there we go. It was chaos. It was chaotic, and no one focused on Mass Serpent Wards, and the splash damage just did a ton of damage to Dragon Knight. And Vengeful Spirit tried to help out a little bit, thinking that was the Vengeful Spirit, and then he gets body blocked by FNG, so they lost the fight. And now Ancient Apparition has this Aghanim Scepter, but it's only a level 1 ultimate.
Well, that's the one issue with Ancient Operations. Not only does he need the Aghanims, he needs the level. Although the 17-second duration, even on level 1, definitely will help out in just taking the team fights because there's only one BKB on Power Rangers. You'll Scepter up on Cheshire Cat now on the Batrider. Manta style on Scandal as well, just to get out of the Overgrowth. And the Overgrowth has been pretty nice, but this time around, when the Overgrowth came out, Scandal was like, okay, I can't right click, I'll just wreck him souls. But oh, Inquisitor, he gets lassoed up. There's J4 as well. There's no Mass Serpent, there's Ice Blast to fly. Even with the Shackles, the two of them, they just don't have the damage.
And one interesting thing to note, if you haven't noticed already, is Osliki, the core heroes are actually significantly lower leveled compared to Power Rangers. You look at Scandal, he's level 16. Cheshire Cat, he's level 15. Sure, Moon is only level 12. But if you look at Osliki, the highest level right now is only level 13. And that's due to the fact they've constantly been 5-manning. And when you're 5-manning, because of the way XP and everything is distributed in this patch, you just get very little comparatively as to like the SF constantly split farming.
Yeah, well, and Cheshire Cat, he might be in trouble now. He escapes. But like you said, I mean, they have been 5-manning a lot, and they haven't actually found that hell of many kills. It's 12 and 8, so that's where the XP hurts. And actually looking at the graphs, XP-wise, Power Rangers, they're ahead 10k. You wouldn't think it by the way you see the game is going, with Osliki definitely being the one pressuring Power Rangers. Gold graph also actually a little bit like 200 to 300 in Power Rangers' favor. So, oh, there's a pipe though. That's a big item pickup for them, but the pipe, it will actually wear off. And there's Glyph as well. They want to go in. There's Moonlight Shadows. There's the Ravage. Comes up onto 3 heroes. Inquisitors get lassoed. But there's the Overgrowth to stop it. A nice Requiem. So point blank. Chomi gets blown up. The vacuum wall is there. But it's just not enough. Oishi suddenly on the run. Can't actually kill off anymore. 2 are down. They want to go for more. And J4 blinks in. There's the Hex onto Inquisitor. Right click Spy Scandal. A few Shadow Races. Scandal. A triple kill. You'll Scepter up onto the Ancient Apparition as well. He's never gonna get level 11 if he keeps dying like that. And Power Rangers, that was the perfect fight for them. Nobody died. They waited out the pipe duration with the Glyph. They killed off Chomi before he even activated the BKB or the Elder Dragon form. Man, that's just some stellar execution.
Yeah, beautiful plays for sure. And I mean, Power Rangers, not only did they defend the tower, like with the split pushing that's going on, they take down a tier 2 tower at mid. Because if you look at Osliki, the game plan is very straightforward. They're gonna 5-man top and just push all the way. And if you see all 5 heroes at top, when you have heroes like Mirana and Shadow Fiend, they can easily split push the other 2 lanes and just TV back to defend. So every time this goes on, Osliki needs to push out from like their own top tier 1 position all the way to opponent tier 3. That timing is enough for SF and Mirana to farm up every single time before they join the team fights. And especially if they successfully defend the towers, defend the Raxes, Power Rangers cores are just gonna get way more farm out of it.
That's really been the story of this series, that Power Rangers just using their experience in the competitive scene overall as a team to their advantage. They just know exactly when to move, where to move, and just how to play against the strategy that the OSG is going for.
Yeah, Osliki, they play extremely aggressively. They open up the map for them. They took what they wanted. But eventually, when it gets to tier 3 pushes, they just don't have the speed to take down those Raxes, the speed to take on those fights, like to push the wave. That's one of the biggest problems.
He's going for Obi-Wan. Banan. Scandal is coming in as well. There's it was J4. Never mind. There's the Hex Mass Serpent Wars. Shackle onto Obi-Wan as well. He knew the vacuum. Actually, vacuum came out a little bit too late, but Obi-Wan, he's pretty tanky thanks to the Aghanim Scepter. The pipe popped just in case on him, and well, 70 HP with the living armor as well. That was pretty close. They do scout out Roshan now with the... Wow, Cheshire Cat almost got caught by Chomi there. But, well, like you talked about, split push, Mirana goes for the tier 2. But if he doesn't get it, it will get healed up by the Treant though.
And I just gotta say, Yules is so underrated, as well as Rod of Atos. Yules right now, just look at it, it's ridiculous. Gives you plus 40 movement speed, 10 intelligence, 150% mana regeneration, and the old fear of like whenever you cyclone someone, they just blink away is gone. Because now Yules does 50 damage when they land, so it's one of the most cost-effective items in the game, I would say.
Yeah, it's I think it's always been awesome, even without the changes. That item is just so fun to play with, and well, I'm just a movement speed chunky. Just drums on every hero, no matter what. Maybe even Yasha if I'm really rich.
Then is your favorite hero Bloodseeker?
Oh no. I mean, I like... Oh,
3000
FNG!
MS.
He wanted to go for the counter ward, he got slowed down, he had the 4-staff though. There's the swap, he's the stun, he has the Kraken Shield of course, but he doesn't want to pop the Ravage and he just goes down to Chomi. Well, that was overextension by him, and now Inquisitor actually has a Desolator. It's still in the stash though, so it won't help them do the Roche. And Power Rangers do actually think that they can contest this without the Ravage. Well, it certainly looks like they're trying to at least... I think they're slowing things down. They want to buy that 30 seconds for FNG to come back on the tide.
Cheshire Cat is just getting ready. You know he wants
Oh, there's the Hex! Mass Serpent! Scandal goes for the massive Requiem Souls. It gets cancelled by the Overgrowth once, but the second time hits Inquisitor. Just dies. Even the PKB didn't help, and Chomi PKB'd up, but the right click damage, the physical damage from the Mass Serpent wards with the minus armor of the presence of the Dark Lord, and they might get chewed as well. The Hex is there, Darkshire. Oh god, Power Rangers. They're just playing out of their mind at the moment.
Oh man, yeah. And not only that, FNG was really smart when he died. He held on to the Ravage, so I never felt that Roshan attempt would have worked for Osliki, but maybe that's one of their like one last attempt to go all in.
Yeah, it sure looks like it, although, well, that last all-in suddenly ends up with Scandal having the Aegis. He has a Butterfly now as well. So the right clicks, 35%, gonna get evaded. And actually, those fights, like most of the fights now the Power Rangers have been winning, J4 on the Shadow Shaman, ever since he got his Blink Dagger, he's been doing so much, ward trapping people left and right with the Mass Serpent wards, as well as just the Insta Hex, buying Power Rangers enough time to deal the damage, so that even if Vengeful or Chomi on the Dragon Knight gets off the BKB, they will be below half health already, so the BKB won't be as effective since Power Rangers, they have a decent amount of right clicks, of course with Scandal and the Mass Serpent wards.
Yeah, and another big problem that we've spoke of since the draft is their supports. You look at Inquisitor, every time he gets grabbed, what happens? Literally nothing. He just gets trapped and he gets screwed. Every team fight he gets caught and his supports can't help him. They can't do anything to help him survive. And that just really sucks. I don't understand why, if you're going to allow the Batrider to go through, you're not going to have some counteracting heroes like Disruptor, etc. I think it's just... or like a Shadow Demon. It just kind of blows my mind.
Yeah, it definitely hasn't been working out for him. And actually, I've seen it for quite some time. I just haven't felt the right space to bring it in. But in the chat said that the Dragon Ball guy, his name was Gulda, and he was pink.
Ah.
Was he from with Freezer on Planet Namek?
I'm sorry, man. I watched Dragon Ball in Chinese, so...
Oh, okay. So
if
still,
you
I
want me
mean,
to know, then I gotta look it up and then translate it.
on the planet where Piccolo's, you know...
Piccolo's the green guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the planet where
yeah,
they
yeah.
went, with when Freezer was on it, when Goku went into Super Saiyan first, the same planet.
Freezer's which one?
Freezer is the guy who evolved multiple times, looked like an alien at some point with the big ass head, and he was the guy who ruled over all Saiyans.
Ah, okay. Yeah, okay.
I mean, he was with him, right? The little pink guy.
And now he's an old man playing for Osliki.
Well, yeah, I mean, from pink to purple, that's age.
Yeah, he's got a beard as well. Old man.
Yeah, I mean, Darkseid, he looks pretty damn awesome, to be honest. And his punch, judo, maybe not the perfect one with the punching, but as far as martial arts go, judo, punching, well, it's decent. But I actually,
left clicks.
we haven't pointed it out yet, but I want to see him right-clicking now. Come on, go punch somebody.
Nah, he just used the Midas.
God damn.
Why right click or left click when you can just kill creeps? Oh, that smoke was in front of the creep wave.
Oh. Why did they do that? And actually they almost caught somebody at Scandal. Just keeps on farming. Doesn't even want to go to the base to reach an up. Just, hey, I have the Aegis. Don't care if I die once, really. Don't care if I die twice. I'll just buy back anyway. Has 3.2k gold. And Bignum, he's definitely on the hunt. They have the gem as well. And Chudo, well, he still doesn't have a Blink Dagger on Darkseid. So they're actually lacking in initiation and lacking it heavily. I mean, Treant Protector has it, but he usually wants to go in for the counter initiation or just meat fight to disrupt the flow of Power Rangers. And well,
no.
man, I don't know. Osliki, their item choices as well. The Dragon Knight, he has the Assault Cuirass now, but he got a really fast BKB to be honest. But after that, it's just been stagnating a little bit, and it's slowed down heavily. Maybe they should have gone for more initiation for them to actually take the high ground, jump in with the Blink Daggers, get a few kills to begin with, maybe force out a few buybacks, then back off, then just rinse and repeat. But since they didn't have the massive initiation, they really didn't get the jump on them. And well, looking at the graphs now, it's 14, almost 15k gold advantage for Power Rangers, as well as 30 goddamn k XP. 30k,
Oh, man.
what the hell.
Yeah, at this stage, I think Osliki, if they don't make anything happen, this game might as well just be over. They gotta find some openings, find some pickoffs. They can't be content with just sitting back and farming. It's not gonna work out for them. But one of the biggest problem is Inquisitor. Man, he's got the damage, but he's never ever gonna be able to use it. He's just gonna get lassoed and then rendered useless throughout the fight. Instantly get chopped to pieces with like the massive rewards or from the Shadow Fiend right clicks. Man, the Shadow Fiend, he even has a Crystalist now, so he's got
God.
massive right clicks.
Yeah, once he gets Daedalus, he'll be critting around 850 or so. At least I think it's gonna be around that area. And well, nice regeneration room for FNG as well. He was completely out of mana. Would have had gone back to base instead, but nope. Just lucky regeneration rune. You need a little bit of luck, although it doesn't change all that much because Power Rangers, they're just farming up. They're gonna actually lose the ages in like 40 to 30 seconds. But they don't care, even without the ages. They are just so far ahead at the moment.
Yeah. And I don't know, just looking at Crystallis, I think about Daedalus, and when I see Daedalus, I'm just wondering why isn't there an item called like Icarus if you're gonna have one called Daedalus? And just thinking about items, right? I know this is like really far-fetched and everything, but I really want to see a Tinker Arcana. Because why? Because me and my friends, we've been talking about having like uploading a picture of Bumblebee, you know, as a new Tinker set. Just how cool would that be, man? Having a Transformer Tinker.
Yeah, well, that would be pretty good. I mean, it would fit the scene. Oh, they know that FNG is farming up there. Oh, Tidehunter, you're in huge trouble. There's the vacuum to start with. They're right-clicking him away. Oh, he 4-steps, but it's not enough. I really thought it's a brilliant 4-step, but of course, the damage was already done.
Yeah, the Kraken show. It's hilarious. It's like every time he gets instantly stunned up, and then the stun just gets removed. And they have to use another one. But ultimately, yeah, they pick up the Tidehunter, but he's not that important right now.
Well, I mean, they won the Roche fight without the Tidehunter anyway. So they definitely have what it takes, and well, that's a Daedalus finish on Scandal. He doesn't have buyback now, so a little bit risky maybe, but his PKB down to 5 seconds as well. It still should be enough, I think.
And he's critting for 900. I don't see anyone sustaining through that much right-click power.
That's pretty damn scary. I mean, 900, especially if there's the Desolator buff from Binrana as well. It's gonna do even more.
Yeah, and then there's still the Leap, which further increases damage output. Tidehunter still has a Ravage, only level 2 Ravage. Well, I'm pretty surprised just at how many last hits the Batrider has. I mean, 300 last hits in around like 41 minutes. That's
really? He's been farming up like a madman.
Yeah.
Actually, there are 3 BKBs on Osliki. Those last fights, they actually haven't been able to pop them before they're almost dead anyway. But especially the Darkseer with the BKB definitely will help him out at the very least, although the physical damage from the Shadow Fiend.
Look at the drawing on the map. They know exactly what Osliki is up to. Oh man,
my god.
The experience. They even drew out those arrows, man. I think they drew it out for us. They're like, yep, so. We know.
Well, I guess it somewhat makes sense because Moon, he was pushing down bottom lane. He was pretty far in down to where the tier 2 used to stand. Mid lane was also getting pushed by J4 a little bit. So there weren't that many options, I guess, but still, just having the heads up plays, and there's actually a Monkey King Power on Vengeful now. He does 315 damage with one right click, as well as of course maybe Monkey King Power procs, and now he will actually be able to hit the Shadow Fiend. But Roshan is up. It was a pretty low respawn time, and Scandal, he has the double damage as well for it. Oh my god, 1.3k crits. He can just solo Rosh easily.
Oh man.
That was
This
such
is
a lucky
so
rune
bad.
plus lucky respawn timer on Roche there. Not that Osliki would have been able to just leave their base anyway because of Power Rangers just constantly pushing in every lane.
Yeah, the problem with Inquisitor is no matter how much damage he can deal, I just don't see it happening. I don't see him doing like any right clicks at all in a team fight because Batrider, you know Batrider is just gonna aim for him, and Dragonite's getting some damage as well, but it's not even comparable to Inquisitor, and Inquisitor is just such an easy target. You kill him, you remove the aura, you remove just so much.
Well, if you kill him, you actually reduce your own damage by 36%. No? But yeah, still, it's... Scandal, even with the 36% damage reduction, he's still gonna be a beast with the Daedalus. He's critting for 900 at the moment.
Yeah,
And
well,
even without
like,
the crits, he's hitting for 380 damage.
Oh man, these right clicks.
Cheshire Cat, he's trying to go for the blink as well. You can see him just being in the front. Though the creep wave, it does get demolished with a decent enough speed. Oh my god, man. It's gonna be a complete Mexican standoff until one team decides that now it's time to go. I guess the blink overgrowth might not be too bad of an initiation.
You gotta look at the creep wave though. The creep wave is pushing in, it has momentum up top. And mid is also pushing out, so... I
Oh,
would say
there's the swap onto Scandal. He gets stunned as well, show me. Oh, Scandal actually might go down. He has the Aegis though. Inquisitor, he gets lassoed up like you talked about. And now he has to run away from the Mass Serpent Wars. They're killing off the wall illusions. A nice vacuum, but there's the Ravage coming out. Oh, the Requiem of Souls. Just show me. Blown up without the BKB and Scandal. The right clicks. Oh my god. Inquisitor, man. It's nice that you try to man fight the Shadow Fiend, but you're just 1000 years too early for that. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Their initiation
Really,
was pretty good, but just the Aegis as well as the cheese, it was too much
Yeah.
for them to handle.
That was a very good fight from Osliki, but really just the ages and cheese. I'm surprised at how well like that fight hung in balance, but ultimately it just felt like PR. They knew how to abuse the advantage. They know how to use the ages, and they just got what they wanted.
That initiation really was perfect. I mean, Vengeful Spirit, he was next to the Dragon Knight when he went for the swap on Scandal so that the Dragon Knight would get the instant Dragon Tail off. And they actually killed off Scandal before he did anything the first time around, but yeah. Like we already talked about, the Aegis, the cheese coming into play. It's kind of unfortunate to be honest, because Osliki, they really did coordinate that fight really well.
And the problem with Osliki's lineup is they're not very good at playing TD. Sure, you have Judo who can just constantly double Iron Shell, but an AA can use the Ice Blast. But you're gonna have a slow time pushing with your cores. I mean, sure, Dragon Knight can go all the way, but Vengeful Spirit, he just has to right click to eventually push out the creep wave.
They just don't have the time to do that, Power Rangers. Even if Osliki go to push one lane, Power Rangers are just gonna answer with pushing out the other two.
Yeah, and Moon, he's dealing substantial amount of damage as well. It's not like he's not in the picture by any means. And if he wants to, he can buy up some very expensive items. He's got 2.7k on him. Not too far from a Daedalus or an MKB, depending on what he wants.
Yeah, I think it might be either one. I think Daedalus is more damage output because he doesn't really need an MKB. Nobody's getting anywhere close to an Heaven's Halberd or a Butterfly on Osliki. J4 though, he might be a small casualty. No, he just blinks up 4-staff and TP out. Smartly done. And actually, taking another look at the graphs, just for fun's sake, XP 40,000 in favor of Power Rangers. I don't actually think I've ever seen such a huge lead without the game actually ending. And well, 25k gold. And considering how far they are ahead, it's a surprise that Osliki managed to hold on. But It might not be for long because Cheshire Cat, he's pushing into the base. Refresher Orb up on FNG on the Tidehunter now. So with the level 3 Ravage, well, I think this
Wow.
might be the last team fight.
Once again, Scandal doesn't want to save any money for buyback. He just straight up purchases the Assault Cuirass.
That's some questionable plays. I mean, if he dies this time, he doesn't have the Aegis anymore. Oh, FNG goes in. There's one Ravage. BKB by Inquisitor, but show me he gets hexed up. There's the right clicks by Candle. Oh god, Dragonite, he actually does do some damage. Finally comes out, but the BKB, it's actually keeping him alive for so long. The kill of free Scandal goes down. What the hell? Oh my god, Osliki. Did they just win this game by this fight? Inquisitor still man fighting. Moon does a lot of damage. There's the Manta style as well helping out, but no. They managed to hold on. I mean, I was just dumbstruck, and GG gets called now. Moon, he was able to deliver there together with Cheshire Cat, but what? How the hell did Chomi just survive for that long?
I don't know. He was in the middle of the separate massive. He couldn't move, but the fight was just evolving around him. So I don't know. That was some crazy plays. And
Yeah.
Osliki, I thought they wouldn't do it, but then like the chilling touch, man. Once you lose those attack bonuses, your attack speed is ridiculously bad. And Benchel was like crying with his last hits, couldn't trade blow for blow.
Oh my god, that ending. Scandal going down. I think it was the wall creating the illusion of Scandal and the illusion just raping Scandal himself.
And he was trying to ultimate and he gets swapped. So their timing for it was beautiful. And this time Inquisitor did do the right click damage on Scandal and he just wrecks him.
I mean, they were. I have to say, Osliki, even though they lost, they fought so well considering how far behind they actually were.
Yeah, definitely amazing plays from Osliki. I believe this is a team with a lot of potentials. And I guess they just need more experience.
Well, hopefully they got some nice experience from the LAN event overall as well. Power Rangers will be advancing to the loser bracket finals as well, where they will actually face Virtus Pro. I think this game, I'm not actually even too sure when it should start. Let me check. I think it's 11, maybe 12. It is 11:30, so it actually should start in 22 minutes already. I think they might delay it up a little bit. But if not, well, we'll keep the stream alive anyway. Thank you all for tuning in. If you liked what we did, be sure to follow us on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. You can find all the social media links below the stream. And thank you, Mito, for co-casting with me as well. And any last words?
Yeah, dude, it's been an honor. And honestly, Osliki, they've earned my respect. Just amazing team. Like to see their games a lot more.
Yeah, and I think we will be able to as well in the Joint Dota League. I think they're in Division 2, to be honest. Should be in 1, but next season. But yeah, that's it for this game. Just some music up until the next game starts.